Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you are new. I am Denise. Today is Saturday. I'm going to start doing some things in the kitchen again. So come along with me. I'm going to start out by making a batch of chocolate chip cookies. Two sticks of butter, which is 1 cup. I need a 1/4 cup of white sugar. Three-quarters of a cup of brown sugar. And 1 box, it's a 3.4 ounce size of vanilla instant pudding. And I'm going to cream this stuff together. Scrape down the sides so it all gets combined. Okay, now I'm going to add in 2 eggs. And mix these up in here. Okay, now I need 2 1/4 cups of flour. There's 2 1/4 cups. Then I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, now we're going to mix this up. Okay. Get this out of the way. right, now I need to add chocolate chips. I need to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Do a little less than 1 cup. Get these mixed in here. Okay, now we can start putting these on cookie sheets. And I line them with parchment paper. And my cookie scoop here. Okay, as soon as this oven is preheated to 350, they're gonna bake for 10 to 12 minutes. My oven bakes them in 10. So I'll bring you back after all the cookies are done. Okay, my cookies are all out of the oven. They're behind me cooling on a rack. Here I have our raspberries we picked up yesterday, soaking in cold vinegar water. Now I'm going to rinse them off. I'm going to pour them in here so they can drain for a little bit. And I'm going to reuse this water for the strawberries. Set those over there for right now. Now I'm going to soak the strawberries for 2 minutes. I'm going to get these grapes off the vine so I can soak them. Okay, I'm going to rinse the strawberries. And these raspberries I'm going to lay out on this sheet pan. And I'm going to put these in the freezer so they can flash freeze. And then I will put these into a Ziploc freezer bag. And I'll use them at a later date. These are good. So now I'll put the strawberries in the strainer there. And get the grapes in here. I think I'll lay out these grapes or strawberries. Okay, now I'll rinse off the grapes. And I'll lay these out to dry. Okay, well this stuff finishes up drying. We'll move on to the pineapple. Cut the top off. And the bottom. Well, this looks like it's gonna be a good one. All right, then I cut the rind off. I cut around the core. And then cube it up. See if this is a good one. Yes, it is. Oh, that's very good. Nice and juicy and plenty sweet enough. Perfect. Pineapple here. Yep. All right. Okay, I got that pineapple mess cleaned up. Now we're gonna put the grapes in here. I like to line with a paper towel just to absorb moisture. My husband tried the grapes. He said they were good. I tried the pineapple. That is very good. I like buying my produce at Aldi. We seem to have way better luck with it. And now for the strawberries. I like to cut the tops off of these and cut them into quarters. I was just watching a lady on YouTube yesterday who saves all these and then makes a syrup out of it. Boils them up with water and sugar or whatever and makes a syrup. Pay for them. Why not? So I think I'm going to save these in the freezer until I get a lot. Yep, pretty good strawberries too. All right, and strawberries are taken care of. Since I just buy my strawberries by the pound, it's going to take me a while to get enough of these tops saved up. So put these in the freezer. And then I'll bring you back for the next thing. Okay, all the fruits are put away. Now I'm going to start on the lettuce. I always take a couple outer layers of leaves off. Whack the core. Pull that out. And I like to chop my lettuce or dice it up and then clean it. All right, give this a rinse. we're going to spin this dry real good. Pretty heavy. A lot of water though. Okay. Lay a paper towel down in here. All right, there's the lettuce. Okay, since I'm getting a bunch of new subscribers, I am going to make my smoothies. I get this ready on the weekend, so I don't have to make this mess every morning before work. I just put in about 8 ounces of water, or milk. And I'm going to put in some yogurt. I use vanilla. And honey. A couple tablespoons of honey. That was maybe a 1/3 cup of yogurt. I keep bananas frozen. I'm going to put in 1 whole banana, a couple good handfuls of strawberries, and blueberries. And then I have here a Ninja blender. Just gonna mix this up until it's smooth. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now I have these glasses here. I'll just fill them up. Save room for freezing so they don't break the glass or the plastic glass. And I'll put these down in the freezer. And then before I head out to work in the morning, I'll grab one out. And in a couple hours, I'll have a smoothie to drink. So I'm just going to get these done. I'll do another batch. I find it easiest to do it up in 2 batches. I make 4 glasses here. So I'll get this done and then I'll bring you back. Okay, 4 freezies made in the freezer and only 1 mess to clean up. And these bananas are at the point where I will put them in the freezer. And then I'll have frozen bananas to make my freezies with, like you just saw. Or banana nut muffins. Okay, now these are going to go in the freezer. and the cookies I made. I am going to freeze most of these. And I like taking them out of the freezer, half dozen or so at a time. And they're every bit as good as right fresh from the oven. Okay, I'll put the last of those in the cookie jar. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do today. I'd like to thank you for spending this time in the kitchen with me. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you part of my YouTube family. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.